Hey everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow, and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is sharing. You know, we all like to share stuff on Facebook, share stuff on Twitter, share stuff on YouTube. Like, for example, I like to share my videos and my views about living with life with Asperger's, you know? And I know not a lot of people see the videos, but I try to share my videos as much as I can and try to promote it, and I try to get the views that way. But sharing is important in the life in today's world. We gotta share information if requested, or share our toys when we were younger, and I think it's hard for someone on the spectrum to share something with other people because they feel it's theirs, or it's mine, and I don't want to give it up, but it's hard because, it feels like if you have like their favorite iPad or something, or their favorite movie, or their favorite toy, and somebody else plays with it, or somebody else messes around with it, or whatever, you'll be very upset. The older we get, the more expensive things get, and, it's tough to share things. Like an automobile, for example. Because if something were to happen to the automobile, then it'd be expensive to replace it or repair it or whatever. Whereas a computer, if you share it with somebody and they break it, it'd be expensive to fix a computer. iPads, tablets, phones, pretty much the same thing, It's hard to share things because they belong to you and they're your personal possessions. But yet at the same time, I know you try to help others out, but it's hard when it comes to possessions that are valuable and you try to share them. I do like sharing information about camping rallies and all that other stuff that goes on with the camping club and my life with Asperger's and whatever else. But one thing I will not share is my personal identification, such as social security number, birth certificate, whatever. The only places I'll share those information is if I apply for a job or if I apply for federal aid. But I will not share that information with friends or family because it can lead to identity theft. If you try to share it online, it'll create identity theft, and you don't want your ID taken away from you, You don't want a bad reputation be put on your record, You don't deserve it. And if somebody steals your identity, it's lost forever, unless you have like LifeLock. And no, I'm not doing an advertisement for LifeLock on here, but it's one of the tools that people pay for to have their identities protected, But, what else is not good to share is like food and drink. If it's like a milkshake, it's generally a one-person drink. You don't want to share with anybody else because you could get sick. But a pizza or a pie or a cake, a larger food item, is meant to be shared. Because you can cut into slices and you don't have to worry about anybody getting sick or getting personal germs on your food, and you don't have to worry about that when it comes to larger item foods, But personal item foods, like I mentioned, that's a recipe for disaster if you try to share it with somebody else. You know, even sharing a bag of chips can be risky. Because you don't know if the person is sick, or you don't know if the person even washed their hands before they even put the food in their hands in the food. You know, but it is hard to know what we do need to share and what we do not need to share. This is especially true about social media, because you do share things on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and whatever else, and yet if you say too much personal information on there, you could lose your job. Reference the last video I did about behavior on social media, and you'll know what I mean. You know, I'm not going to go into discussion here about that. You can watch video 196 for the details on that. All right, but you know, sharing needs to be taught at a young age, because you know, once you get the good values of sharing at a young age, they'll start young and they won't be spoiled, and they'll be giving and receiving. You know, they'll be like they'll help others out. You know, whereas the older they get, to teach them the values of sharing, the more they don't want to let go. You know, and you gotta teach your kids young how to share items. Because if you do not, then they could get in trouble, you know? It could lead them into jail even. Like they could try to steal something, you know? But sharing is caring in this world, and we do need to share. I know it might be hard to share information with strangers, like, let's say, the police, for example, or if somebody, or a teacher or a boss. But if they ask for it, you gotta try to share it, you know? Even if they are on your side or not, or even if they do believe you or not, you know? But like I say, also, do not share any of your personal information. Unless you're applying for a job where they have to ask for your social security number, or the federal agencies that ask for your social security number, you know. So those are probably the exceptions of when you share stuff like that. But don't share it on the internet. It doesn't belong on the internet, you know. You do not want to give anybody out your social security number. Because, like I said, if you do, they could screw up your life. You don't want that going into your life, because it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. You know? And there are identity thieves out there. You know? So, please. Please. You know? So. Alright, folks. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye for now.